Hello and welcome. My name is Kimberly Denise, and if you're watching this video, it's because somebody cared about you enough to share the SmashFund opportunity with you. Today in this video, I'm going to be going over what is SmashFund, what is crowdfunding, and how the two of them come together in order to help everyday people like you and I make our dreams a reality. So first of all, let's talk about what crowdfunding is. This is the number one question that I get asked is, well, what is crowdfunding? Crowdfunding is basically a concept that gives everyday people like you and I the opportunity to build an audience and to have a platform to share our dreams, our vision, our big ideas. Maybe you have an invention, whatever it is that you want to bring to reality. Crowdfunding gives you the platform to build an audience in front of that idea, and that audience has the opportunity to financially help you bring that goal or dream or vision to a reality. So for an example, here we have a picture. It says a little bit of money, a lot of people, the power of crowdfunding. So if for just a quick moment, if you can imagine, if in your network here in the middle, if you had say 500 or 1,000 people, let's just for example's sake use 1,000. If you had 1,000 people who were like-minded, who had the same or similar interests as you, and they supported what you were doing, they believed in what you were doing, and they all decided to just give you $1 to help you with your idea, that would be $1,000 to help you bring your invention, your dream, your goal, your big idea to reality. So I hope that makes more sense to you on what crowdfunding is and how it works. To explain a little more to you, I'm going to share with you how I personally found crowdfunding, how I recognized that it was a trend and something that was going to be leveraged heavily by successful entrepreneurs in our space. And let's go ahead and move on. So you may have heard of John Lee Dumas of the Entrepreneur on Fire. He's got a podcast, he's got a course. Well, he's a Facebook friend of mine, and I saw that he was running a campaign on Kickstarter for his book, The Freedom Journal. Now this was a campaign that he started on Kickstarter.com, which happens to be a really popular crowdfunding platform. And his campaign was to raise, I believe it was initially $25,000 so that he could publish this book and give it out to the people that were in his audience. And as you can see here on the screen, he actually really far surpassed his $25,000 goal. He actually raised over $440,000 in, I believe, a little less than 60 days for his project, The Freedom Journal. So you can see here the power of what the power of crowdfunding can do for you and for your goals and for your dreams and for your vision. Actually, after I saw this happen, it blew me away. It blew my mind, and I didn't quite understand what crowdfunding was at that time. So I actually shot him a message. I said, "Hey, John, congratulations on your success. What is this crowdfunding thing? How does it work? Where can I go?" He recommended this book to me here. And if you're somebody who is already a little bit familiar with crowdfunding, or if you plan on getting involved with this, I highly recommend you go over to Amazon and purchase this either in its physical form or in an ebook form. It's called Keys to the Crowd from Brandon Adams. And he's actually the creator of this product here that you see on the screen. It's called Arctic Stick. And he is one of the first really big success stories, I believe, from Kickstarter.com. He had this idea. He wanted to create this handy little stick that I believe that you freeze it, and then you put it in your bottles of water. You can add different flavors and things like that to it. You can check him out. I'm not really sure where his website is, maybe arcticstick.com or something like that. But I read the book, and the important lesson here is that I went through this book and I learned how powerful crowdfunding can be for whatever it is, whatever your idea is. This is one of the biggest trends that you're going to see emerge in our space. If you're a serious entrepreneur, you're going to want to pick up this book. You're going to want to learn about the power of crowdfunding, how to do it right, because one of the mistakes that a lot of people make when they enter into the space, when they start a crowdfunding campaign, maybe you're somebody who has already started one on GoFundMe.com for whatever reason, or maybe you do have one already on Kickstarter, or maybe even Indiegogo.com or something like that. One of the main issues and problems in this space is that not all people who start their campaigns get funded, or if they do get funded, they don't get enough funding, or because of some of the limits that some of these websites have, like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or GoFundMe, people's dreams don't become a reality because there's so many different limits and things like that. So this book is a really great resource. It's going to teach you from start to finish how to successfully run your crowdfunding campaign. And what I want to do now is go into some more success stories. You don't have to have a business idea. You don't have to even be an entrepreneur. You can have any particular goal. If it takes money, if it takes more money than you have right now, you can actually start a crowdfunding campaign. So I want to go through some examples of some live campaigns that are actually in existence out there that I just found today. Today, when I'm recording this, it's actually May 1st. Just a little side note there. So I'm going to show you some of the examples of some of the live campaigns so that you can get some ideas and get some hope that whatever it is that you want to do, you can actually make it a reality through crowdfunding, and you can make it a reality through SmashFund. So here are some success stories and some examples. So right here we have someone, I believe this was on Indiegogo.com. They started a campaign to do some house repair. Now I don't really know what it is they're repairing. Looks like maybe they're renovating a garage or something like that. But if you take a look here, their goal is $16,615. They've already raised $8,000 in the past 10 days. So that shows you the power of their campaign there. Here we have somebody who unfortunately is battling the terrible disease of cancer. This is James Lillo. This is a GoFundMe campaign. Their goal is $50,000, and they've already raised more than half of that in, it looks like, the last 3 days, which is really amazing. Here's somebody who I read a little bit about the story. It's really touching. Daniel Garcia. I believe this is his father here. Daniel Garcia is the young boy, and his father passed away. So now they're raising funds for Daniel Garcia to I believe, send him to college or something like that. Their goal is $62,000. They're already at $5,000 of their goal here. And here we have somebody who just wants to start a wellness center. Their goal is $15,000, and in the past 24 days, they've raised a little over $4,000 of that goal. Here's a guy who wants to go to India to study yoga, and all he needs is $3,500. And so far he's raised a little less than half of that in the past 11 days. Here is someone who started a campaign to help out Ecuador and to bring them clean water. And as you can see, their goal is, get this, their goal is $15,000, and they've already surpassed that. They've raised $16,066 in the past 12 days, and there's 2 months left in this campaign. So I can only imagine how much money they're going to raise for that. And this is the most hilarious thing, okay? While I was doing my research for this, I actually discovered that somebody, and this isn't a joke, it was totally serious, somebody, and I believe it was on Kickstarter, somebody named Zach Danger Brown. I don't know if that's his real name, but that's the name that he put on there, right? But anyways, he put that he wanted to make some potato salad, and people thought it was so hilarious. And I even read that he made a couple of news headlines, and he might have even made the news. But 6,911 people backed his project. He actually raised over $55,000 to make some potato salad. I'm really interested in finding out what it is he did with all that money. That's a lot of potato salad. Hopefully he made enough and, donated that to the people who really needed it or something like that. But anyways, I hope that this shows you can literally raise money for anything that you set your mind to, any particular need that you can think of, you can create a campaign for. So here's where SmashFund comes in, and this is why we're watching this video. This is why you're here and you're watching this presentation today, because you want to know, all right, well, now that I understand what crowdfunding is, what is SmashFund, how can it help me and my personal goals and my financial goals, right? A little side note here, this is a headline that I found. It says, the global crowdfunding industry raised $34.4 billion in 2015. That was last year, $34.4 billion. That's across, I believe there's about 1,200 live crowdfunding campaign platforms in existence. And that's how much money people like you and I, everyday people with just ideas and inventions and dreams, that's how much money we raised across the globe last year. And they actually believe that crowdfunding can surpass venture capital funding this year in 2016. I thought that was really cool. So to explain to you a little bit about what SmashFund is, our CEO, Rob Tolles, he had this brilliant idea. He thought, what if we could take the power and the crowdfunding leverage of something like Kickstarter or Indiegogo or one of those platforms and marry it together with the virility and the social power, the social networking power of Facebook, but then also combine it with the revenue sharing power of Uber. If you're not familiar with Uber, most people know, but if you don't, really quickly, Uber is a rideshare app. And it enables everyday people like you and I to download an app and use our car to make more money if we want to. And they actually pay back into they use about 80% of their company revenues to pay back to the people who decide to drive their cars. And they're actually, in my opinion, I believe they're going to make taxis obsolete eventually. But anyway, so that's what SmashFund is. SmashFund is this hybrid crowdfunding campaign platform that's actually the only crowdfunding platform that's also a social media platform as well. And they've decided to pay back 80% of the revenue back out to the people who are using the platform. This has never been done, and it's not being done by any other platform in existence. So there's a few different things that are different from SmashFund and these other platforms that are in existence. One of them, like I just said, being that they're the only crowdfunding platform that shares up to 80% of company revenues with its users. We're going to go in a little bit deeper to that. I'm sure that sounds really exciting too, and for good reason. It's really, really exciting. There's no time limits or goal requirements. A lot of these other platforms, they put time limits on your campaigns. They make you reach a goal, otherwise you lose all the money. Now, this is really cool. There's no percentage taken from the contributions. The only fees that you're going to see taken out of the money that you're making, either from your backers for your program or your revshare, is going to be the third-party Stripe fees. So if you're not familiar with what Stripe is, it's like a merchant processing. So every single week, you're going to receive, as long as you're following the plan, right? You're going to receive a direct deposit into your account minus any type of Stripe fees, because we do have to process those funds through merchant. And here's another cool thing: you get to change out your passions and projects freely. So when you start a project, you're not locked into that particular project. If you need to change it for some reason or you want to switch it to something else, you have the freedom to do so. So you can really treat these campaigns how you want and raise the funds for what it is your heart desires. So here's the fun part. I'm sure you've been wondering, well, how much am I going to get paid? So the company is going to be paying the users $50 a month for every personally invited connection. So that means for you, when you choose to get started, you're going to be able to earn $50 a month per every single person that you personally invite to the program. So if you happen to know 10 people that want to get involved with crowdfunding, or maybe they already are on other platforms, you invite them over to this platform, and so long as they become active and they participate and they pay their bill, you're going to earn $50 a month for every single person that you do that for. Now you're also going to earn $4 a month per person that you don't directly refer, and that happens to be, for example, say you bring in Jimmy, right, directly. Well, if Jimmy brings in Susan, you're going to get paid $4 a month for Susan, and anyone else that Jimmy happens to refer. Just keep it really, really simple and focus on your direct referrals. You can only control what you personally do, right? So $50 a month per personally invited connection. Really, really exciting. And this goes, get this, this goes up to 16,000 connections per profile in your network. Okay, so I'm not going to do the math on that right now, but you can write that down. You can screenshot this. You can go and do the math and see the earnings potential in that later on. But it's really, really amazing, and we're really, really excited about it. So here's a couple of other perks. Like I said, the funds are going to be deposited weekly. There's no increased fees for not achieving your goals. Like I said, they're not placing limitations on your campaigns. They're not telling you only have a certain amount of time to reach your goals. There's really a lot of freedom in raising the funds for what it is that you want to achieve here. Nonprofits are welcome, and there's no annual commitments or deadlines or anything like. So who is this for? This is for anyone who's an entrepreneur, a small business owner, an inventor. Maybe you have an amazing idea or an invention. Maybe you have a patent already. I know a couple of people who are really excited about this. They have patents and the only thing that's been holding them back is raising the necessary funds to bring this thing to life, right? If you're a startup business, maybe you want to start a juice bar or a coffee shop or some kind of small local business in your town. This is for your hobbies, so I don't care if you're somebody who loves to make kites, or you love knitting, or you love walking dogs. You can actually raise funds for your dream vacation. You can raise funds for your kids' education. Maybe you have a wedding coming up and you have no idea how you're going to pay for it. You can start a campaign for your wedding or for your daughter's wedding. Health or surgical procedures, whether it's necessary or not necessary. Nowadays in our society, a lot of people are having optional surgical procedures. I'm sure you can start campaigns for those. For your pets, I actually saw one. I was going to include it in this presentation, and I think I forgot the slide, but there was a dog that needed surgery. And a lot of times, I know me as a kid, I had to put a dog down because my family couldn't afford to help fix the dogs. It had like a really terrible, I think it was like an ear infection or something to do with its ears. I don't remember, it was quite a while ago. But I remember that broke my heart. I remember thinking like, man, if we just had the money to take the dog to the vet and have this surgery, I could have saved the dog's life, right? So how many people out there who are animal lovers who, if they just had enough money to take care of their pets, or maybe their pet got hit by a car or something like that, and they're able to save their pet by starting a campaign and asking for a couple of helping hands. So at this time, I just want to ask you to take just a moment and really ask yourself, what is your dream? Whether it's a business that you want to start, maybe it's a business you've already started but you're struggling in because you just can't seem to find the funds to grow and to scale that business and to get your idea out there to the masses. What is it that you want to make happen? What is your big idea? If it's legal, if you're not breaking any laws, if you're not hurting anybody, chances are you can raise funds for it. And that's what we're really excited about, is that you can literally create a campaign and raise the necessary money for anything that your heart desires. Now, there's a couple of things I have to let you know. Now, there's absolutely no MLM, no get rich quick, or any other money-making tactics are welcome here. This isn't, there's no levels to this, there's no certain point structures or anything like that. It's really, really, really simple. It's a revenue sharing platform. That is it. It's not one of these pyramid deals. It's not anything like that. So what I have to stress is that this is not for you if you're not serious about crowdfunding for an idea. This is not for you if you're not willing to pay the monthly bill, which we'll talk about here in just a moment. And this is not for you if you're just looking to sign up a bunch of people and earn a bunch of commissions. This is for people who have ideas. This is for people who are visionaries. This is for people who really genuinely want to change the world with their passions and want to help other people do the same and want to enjoy a monthly residual income for their efforts in spreading the word and helping other people do that as well. So by now you've learned what crowdfunding is all about. You've probably got some ideas on some campaigns that you can launch yourself and how you can bring your goals and dreams to reality. So you're probably asking, okay, well, how do I get started? So I'm really excited to tell you that right now, like I said, it's May 1st. It's absolutely free to register right now. And then it's going to be $150 a month when we go live in about 60 days. And what I want to talk to you about, and just paint a picture for you here, is the revenue share model earning potential. So say over the next 60 days, when you get started with us today, your number one goal is going to be, number one, getting your own account going, but then to share this opportunity with others, other people who are just like you, who are visionaries, who are entrepreneurs, who have a big idea, who have an invention, who want to bring their dreams to a reality. If over the next 60 days, if all you were to do was refer 10 people to this free offer, like I said, right now it's free, it's going to be free, excuse me, for up to the next about 60 days, you could create for yourself a $500 monthly residual income. As long as those 10 people were active, paying their bill every single month, you would earn that $500 a month. And it goes on to 25 referrals over the next 60 days, that would be $1,250 a month. 50 referrals, $2,500 a month. 100 referrals, $5,000 a month. And if you're really a go-getter and you shoot for the stars like we do, you can bring in 500 or 1,000 people and make $25,000 a month or even $50,000 a month. And like I said earlier in the presentation, the company is going to pay you for up to 16,000 connections within your network. So like I said, you can go and do the math. This is something that's really, really exciting. And of course, I have to tell you that these are just hypothetical examples, okay? Individual results may vary. Like I said, this is not get rich quick. This is something that you are going to have to put your effort into. You're going to have to tell people about it. You're going to have to maybe make some videos and do some things to get outside of your comfort zone, to share this with the people who deserve to hear about it. But what we're doing is going to change the world. What we're doing is going to help a lot of people who deserve to have the funding to bring their goals and dreams to reality. So the next thing that I encourage you to do is to get back to the person who invited you here. Right now, in order for you to register your own account, it's by invitation only. So whether you're finding this on YouTube, if you're finding this on a Facebook wall, wherever you're seeing this video, get back to the person who shared it with you, or get back to the person who shared the video itself and ask for their private invite link. And I look forward to seeing you, to meeting you online. We've got a private Facebook group that we're teaching how to share this opportunity with others, how to dive deeper into the crowdfunding opportunity. There's going to be a lot of tips shared on how to leverage the power of crowdfunding to bring whatever it is your big idea is into fruition. So I look forward to meeting you. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.